welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Leonie. I'm a mum to my toddler Isla and I'm currently expecting baby number 2. So I thought I'd start this video off. It's going to be my second trimester vlog. I'm currently 15 weeks this week, so I've just got into my second trimester. Still very much feeling like I'm in my first with the tiredness, and the sickness isn't so bad, but I'm still getting a bit of waves of sickness. It's more to do if I eat something I'm not agreeing with now, rather than just that constant sick feeling. So I'm currently at home today. I'm waiting for a consultant to call me. I have to speak to a consultant now because I had an emergency C-section, so I'm going to be consultant led through this pregnancy. I was supposed to have it in the afternoon today, and then last minute yesterday called up saying, please could you change it to 9 till 10? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. It's now gone 10, they still haven't called. I'm really angry because it's like ruining my day. We're supposed to go out and meet some friends and go to the farm, and I know it's like the NHS and stuff, but I did them a favour and they've just wasted my time, basically, not calling me. So I'm really quite annoyed about that, to be honest. I'm gonna go chase them up and say, look, you know, you asked me to change this. You said someone's going to call me between 9 and 10 and no one has. Like, Isla's getting really restless now. She wants to go. I'm just checking on her. She's just calmed down and watching the iPad, but she's been like really, really upset. But yeah, second trimester, here we go. So I finally had the call with the consultant. It was very brief, like a couple of minutes. She basically said I just need 2 additional scans on my cervix. One at 18 weeks, one at 22 weeks. And this is because I previously had a LETS procedure done. So this is basically when they do a smear test and I found you've got abnormal precancerous cells. They scrape away part of your cervix and they just need to check the length. I had a scan done with Isla and it was all fine then. So I'm not really worried about it, but they have to check the length because it could have changed from the birth and the cesarean. She asked what my birth preference was and I said VBAC, and she said, oh, that's good. Didn't really say much more than that, and that was it. She asked if I had any questions. I didn't, so that is that. I'll be waiting for my cervical scans, but we are off to the farm now. So it is week 19. I cannot believe that next week I'm going to be at the halfway mark. This pregnancy has gone so quick. So a little update. After I had my call with the consultant, they referred me to have a couple of cervical scans, which didn't shock me because I had them with, or I had one with Isla, and that is because I had a LETS procedure done, and that is basically when you have your smear test and it comes back and you've got precancerous cells, they do a procedure to remove the cells from your cervix. There's a risk that they could shorten the cervix, so they checked. Everything was fine with Isla, so I just assumed that was why they were doing it this time. The consultant on the phone did not tell me basically what I'm about to find out. But so I went into my scan and I'm actually under the preterm birth clinic. And I was like, okay. And I saw a different consultant and he basically explained to me that the reason I'm having these scans is because I had a fully dilated C-section. So I got to 10 centimeters and then had the section. Apparently that puts you at risk of having a preterm baby. I didn't know that. I was never explained that on the phone. So it was a bit of a shock in the room when they were telling me, oh no, you're now at risk of having an early baby. The risk is small. He did the checks. Everything looks fine. My cervical length. He couldn't really see the C-section scar on that scan, but I'm going to go back at about 21, 22 weeks and just be re-scanned, check everything's okay. I don't feel like I'm at risk. Like, everything seems fine. I think it's just a precaution because it's a risk factor. But yeah, I was shocked. I was like, they didn't even tell me on the phone when they put me in. That is why. So I was really angry about that. That whole situation of waiting over an hour, changing it, you know. So yeah. And also, if you've not seen my gender reveal, I am having another little baby girl. So excited about that. So I finally sorted out Isla's baby clothes. These have been sitting in the spare room since we moved in like 18 months ago. So I'm going to keep the like a newborn to 6 month stuff down here, but I'm going to put the rest into storage. I'm so glad I finally sorted that out. And I'm just starting to get like the baby bits. That's my BB breastfeeding pillow. Got that from Aldi. I thought that was really nice, really thick. like blanket, so I thought I'd get one of those. I thought that was really cute. And then I've got my snoo over here and a basket, and just I'm just sorting stuff out. I know I still got like another 21 weeks or so to go, but I am so ready to get prepped and prepared. I cannot wait. Yeah, look at that, my little bumpy bump. Hey, so I thought I'd come in here and do a little update. I've been having a very hard few weeks in terms of just my hormones and my emotions, really. And I know it is my hormones, but I've been struggling really bad, like with like anger and like rage, and I'm so angry. And I had this really bad postpartum with Isla, but it's so consuming, and it's so tiring feeling so angry all the time without reason. I've got nothing really to be angry about, but I feel like I'm just so full of hate, like right now. It's like, honestly, it's like so bad. And then I go from being really angry and like really rageful to like feeling really low, and just, I don't want to say depressed. I don't feel depressed. I just feel really, really low. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. And I don't really remember feeling like this with Isla, like in pregnancy. I of course felt quite bad after I had her postpartum, but not during my pregnancy. And I'm just getting days where I'm just feeling I was so out of whack with my emotions, my hormones, and it's just really getting to me. Like, I have no reason to feel like this, and I know that obviously I must be quite unbearable for people around me, just being so angry or like just snappy or just really low and quiet all the time. I am pregnant, but sometimes that's not really an excuse, is it? But yeah, I found it really hard, and I didn't think my hormones would be this bad, like just like halfway through my pregnancy. But yeah, I'm just really struggling. Like, I had a really bad week the other week, and I just felt the whole week I just felt so low and down, and yeah, just popping on with another update. I'm not actually sure where I've got to on this vlog, so please bear with me. I've had my 20-week scan now. Baby girl is doing really, really well. I have done a separate 20-week update video because it's halfway. It's the 20-week anatomy scan, so it's quite a big deal, so I thought I'd do a separate video for that. That's already live, so go check that out. I'll link that down below, and that will just give you all the details of the scan and things like that. But yeah, she's doing absolutely amazing. I can't believe I'm already over halfway now at the point of this video. What else has happened? I've had another preterm birth clinic consultant appointment, had another cervical scan. The cervix is still looking good, a good length. Scars looking okay. It's quite low and quite close to the cervix, but that's to be expected because I was cut quite low because I had a fully dilated section and I was pushing for over an hour, so baby obviously was low in the birth canal. It was so, like, one of the risks is that it does cut into your cervix and it shortens your cervical length. Also that your placenta can attach to it, but my placenta's fine, everything's fine. So I've been discharged from that consultant. I still got to see another consultant regarding having a VBAC. It should be fine. They just need to request my notes from my previous hospital because I moved since having Isla, so at a different hospital. But yeah, I think everything should be fine for a VBAC. What else has been going on really? I had the weirdest like anxiety attack the other night. I was just laying in bed and I just felt my heart racing, and I don't know what I was stressing about or what was making me really anxious, but I just had that overwhelming sense of like anxiety, and I only really feel that when I'm on an aeroplane. It felt like my fear or my anxiety there, so that was so weird. Took me by surprise the other night. I don't think I've ever really been anxious or was that anxious with Isla in pregnancy. So my hormones and my emotions and things like that are definitely, I feel like they're a lot stronger this time round, and I'm definitely feeling it on a more on an emotional level this pregnancy for sure. But yeah, so I'm off and out now. I'll just show you my bump quickly. So yeah, this bumping along right there. So this is officially going to be my last update on this second trimester vlog, because I am currently 27 weeks and 5 days pregnant. So only 2 days left of the second trimester, even though I already feel like I am in my third trimester, but we will get into that. I have done a separate video around the 24-week mark. There's a few things I touched base on. I'll let you know now, but go and check that out for more detail. But basically it was around anxiety around that 24-week and baby viability mark, and then anxiety in general. Back pain, I've been suffering back pain since 24 weeks. I've now got a pregnancy belt, which I never had with Isla, but I think that's because I previously had back damage and I had a procedure done about, I guess, 3 or 4 months before I got pregnant with Isla, where I had injections, about 6 injections into my spine. So I think the nerves and everything was blocked, so I was never really going to get back pain in that pregnancy. I did suffer from SPD, which I haven't got yet. Could still happen. Still got another 3 bit months or whatever left. Obviously the third trimester is when that all kicks in. But yeah, back pain's been a big issue for me. Pregnancy insomnia, that started early this time round. I did suffer from that in my pregnancy with Isla, but that wasn't till a lot later on. I'm just waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning again. It was like around 4 with Isla. Can't go back to sleep, and the thing is, if I do, then I just feel even crapper. I'm trying to sort that out and sleep through. I have the last few days, so I feel like I'm finally catching up on my energy. But yeah, I can't believe the second trimester is over. I know a lot of people say you're glowing, it's fantastic, and it's probably the best trimester out of the 3, because you're tired and you feel sick and everything that comes with the first trimester, and then the third trimester you're just heavy and you are sore and you have all these pains and just everything is just ugh. But the second trimester is not 100% glorious. Well, not for me anyway. I have really good days and weeks where I feel absolutely fantastic and I do feel glowing and I feel good and I feel of energy, but it's kind of like a roller coaster where basically the first and the third are just a straight flat line of feeling like crap and tired. The second trimester is definitely more of a roller coaster for me anyway. It is a lot of up and down with my emotions, anxiety, tiredness levels, but it's definitely been the best so far. So I'm glad I had a good second trimester. I've also started a kind of more holistic approach to my pregnancy and preparing for my birth and my postpartum, which is really important to me because of the issues I had with my birth and recovery and things like that. So I will be updating you on that. There's a lot to go in, so I won't really touch on it now, but the journey so far for me on this more holistic approach has been absolutely fantastic. It's been like an awakening for me. I just feel so good, so I cannot wait to share that with you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this second trimester video and it gives you an insight into, well, every pregnancy is different, but this is my pregnancy and maybe you can relate to something in here that you're going through as well, if you've gone through. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and go check me over on Instagram at leonie.parker, and I see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.